Okay, we've got the amateur 176 to 200-pound class. B bracket, Jerry Fabeltail, Fabatilia, and Rob Kuhlman. And I certainly hope I'm pronouncing these names properly. But we're looking for Kuhlman right now, and I wouldn't think that he'd leave because he's hitting on third place right now, even if he doesn't show up. But are we still looking for? Kuhlman? Okay.
I saw you. I know you're coming, Ron. Hey guys, this is for third or opportunity to get to the finals.
Now, just backing up a little bit, now the Cobra will go against a man that has beaten him today. The Cobra will go against, in a final, Mark Gardner from London, Ontario. And of course, the Cobra from Chicago, Illinois. We've got Rob Kuhlman and Jerry Fabatill. And who's it going to be? Looks like Kuhlman, if he keeps his head, if he keeps it cool, no pun intended, just might come back. But Jerry Fabatelli goes against our man in the finals.
Tony Hickley versus Cobra.
And guess what? The Cobra's back in the Pro 176 to 200-pound class, going against former Canadian champion Tony Hickey from Elmont, Ontario. Now, Tony could very well have a good crack at this one because of the size of Tony's hands. But the Cobra, I'll tell you, he's sneaky. He's got technique coming out of his back pocket all the time. Let's see what happens here with Tony Hickey and the Cobra. And you notice the Cobra just talking to the referees. Let's have it straight. I'll keep his wrist straight. He keeps on telling them, look at this. And we've got a little bit of a problem at a start here. I don't know what the referee's decision is going to be on this one. I think there was a jump start with the Cobra, so let's see what happens here. Let's try to get a clean start on this one. But the Cobra, I'll tell you, got the start on Tony Hickey. So there's Tony Hickey trying the same thing, just filling each other out. But they better stop that because the files will be on its way. And there's a big problem right now with the Cobra. The Cobra is claiming that Tony Hickey's elbow popped right out. Let's have a decision here with the refs. It's not my call. I didn't see it. I called.
Okay, what happened there? The elbow came up.
Okay, now there was a pin call, and then there was a call on the elbow at the same time, apparently. So,
okay, what happens there is elbow comes off, automatic restart.
Now, I am not too sure whether there's any fouls awarded to anyone. There could be a clean restart. So we'll see what happens. So apparently we don't have any fouls, so this is going to be it. And they're both trying to jump start here. I'm surprised there's not a foul given to each contestant right now, because you can't really blame one or the other, so blame them both. And maybe they'll change their tune on that one. So now the Cobra's all smiles right now. Okay, we're ready for a good start now, I think.
Okay, both boys to the bench, please.
Okay, now we've got a referee's grip right now. That means that you have to listen to the referee. If you want to continue to move and shove and push, the fouls will be awarded accordingly. So again, we're at the Brookdale Hotel and Tavern in Barrie, Ontario. And we've got the announcer James Turner having both competitors over here at the bench. And he's the coordinator of this tournament, and he's just said, let's not fool around, let's go for it, because we still have lots of arm wrestling left.
This battle's for Pro 176-200.
Again,
we're going to give you at least 1 minute for the disqualification. We hate to see that happen.
Cobra is complaining that they're changing rules midstream, but I don't think that's the fact here. I don't think that's the situation. But anyway, we are at the Brookdale Hotel Tavern in Barrie, Ontario, with this sort of an international competition. We have people from the U.S. and Canada, and this has been something else. We've got world champions coming out of the woodwork here. I'm very surprised. Some from Utah, some from Minnesota, some from Chicago, some from New York. So just a great competition. That's what we like, is great competition here.
It's a referee's breath.
And again, this will all lead up to the Canadian Championships. Canadians only, of course, October 7th at the C&E grounds. October 7th, 1989 at the C&E grounds. Canadian Championships. So, okay, now we've got a real problem here at the table, and I'm not quite sure whether the referees should have let it go this long, but the Cobra is complaining that he's not getting a fair start. Now we do have a foul. Now we do have a foul against Canadian Tony Hickey.
Gary. Rest the game. Let Kevin and Dave. Kevin and Dave.
There's going to have to be some sort of a decision made by the referees here, or I hate to see a third man in here, but there's a foul against Tony Hickey, a Canadian boy, former Canadian champion, matter of fact, as Mark Gardner looks on to see what type of styles both these competitors, because
it's not exciting, people.
He's in the finals with the Cobra. So the Cobra going another weight division.
We're doing this on purpose. We got an hour and a half to kill, so you know.
we are trying to get this thing off the ground, and there's a start now. So there it is. Tony Hickey said, guess what? Tony Hickey said, guess what? I'm not letting that little guy beat me. But I'll tell you, the Cobra, I've known the Cobra to beat fellas twice, 3 times the size of him. The guy's unbelievable in technique. A good competitor from the Chicago, Illinois. And we finally got that match over with. So now we're in the amateur 201 and over with both people in the B bracket with Scott McKinnon and Mark Zalepa. Now Zalepa lost his preliminary match against Don Devereux. Devereux, which was a little bit of an upset because Mark Zalepa, the man in the black shirt, is the world amateur arm wrestling champion. And McKinnon wants to change it as well, but too much. Too much for McKinnon. And we got Mark Zalepa, the winner.
Mark, you're going to get stand for the finals.
And he's going to have a rematch against Dan Devereaux in the finals.
225 B bracket. Gary Goodridge against Garvin Lewis.
Okay, so now we've got the right-handed pro division, 201 to 225. Right now, with the B bracket, Gary Goodridge and his cousin, Garvin Lewis. So we have Gary Goodridge, both hometown boys. Gary in the white shirt, Garvin, his beloved cousin. Garvin fooled Gary in the left-handed division and beat him. So now if either one of these guys want to get into the money, there's no fooling around here. The winner of this match will go against John Brzenk, world champion John Brzenk. So there's not too many smiles on either one of those competitors' faces this time, because this is for the bread.
Okay, that's it.
And we do have a winner here in Gary Goodridge. Behold, over the top method. So now Gary Goodridge will go against, well, we're going to have two world champions going against each other in the finals. John Brzenk. Now, we have New York, USA against London, Ontario, Canada. We have the big and powerful former Canadian champion Richard Barrie from London, Ontario, going against a world-class competitor, Fred Decker, from the U.S. So this should be interesting. Let's see. Baarbe in the black shirt, Decker in the white, and they're just about ready to set up.
Okay, the heavyweights, guys. This is Fred Decker and Richard Baarbe. Fred's from South, and Rich is from our London club. Come on, Barrie! There. And Mr. Gary Goodridge spent a buy in this baby.
Richard Baarbe and Fred Decker. This should be interesting. I wonder if Fred can outpower the powerhouse of Richard Baarbe, but man, he's going right over. Okay, we have a disqualification, and Fred Decker and Richard Baarbe. What an upset that one is, and is he pumped up? Richard Baarbe goes on
Amateur open left. Jeff Stroud and Mike Whelan front
for the finals. Okay, now we have the amateur open left weight division.
Fitness 7, George and Pontiac, George Patrick Collins, Durango Coolers, McGinnis Distilleries, and the Grido Russian Prince Vodka. And most of our favorites.
Jeff Stout from the U.S. against Mike Whelan from Canada in this B bracket competition. And we have Frank Spatero waiting in the distance just to see who is going to win this match, because he'll be going against the winner of this match. And of course, the winner unbeaten today is Jeff Miller, and he's waiting to see what's happening here as well. So we've got a power match here between U.S. and Canada, and that's exactly what it is a power lock situation. And the winner, Jeff Stroud.
Okay, Jeff.
Jeff Stroud.
Okay, Jeff, you're going against Frank to see who goes after Jeff Miller.
And he's going to go against Frank Spatero in this open left.
Open left. Mr. Fred Decker and Gary Goodridge.
Pro division, open left. This is going to be for the bread, for the cash.
Fred Decker, Gary Goodridge.
We got Fred Decker from New York and Gary Goodridge from Canada. Back to hometown boy here in Barrie. I believe Gary's now living in Midland, if I'm not mistaken. And I hear from our announcer, James Turner, he's going to be moving back to Barrie. World champion, world-class competitor against Decker, and this is left-handed open. Professionals.
Whoa, we got a jump there?
Now, we've had two bad starts here, and I don't know exactly what's going on, but I think what's going to happen now is a referee's grip. They're both jumping the gun by the looks of it. This is left. And Decker, I'll tell you, he's no pushover in left hand. And this is a power lock match here, and Decker is moving in. He's moving in on the kill by the looks of it. Can Goodridge come back on this one? I don't know. He's holding them. He's concentrating. Decker trying to force the arm of Gary Goodridge down in this left-hand open professional weight division. And he's got a smile on his face. And almost.
Let's hear it, guys. Let's hear it. Help him on. This is fantastic.
We got U.S. and Canada here at the Brookdale here in Barrie, Ontario, Canada. And again, this looks like an international event. And finally, Gary Goodridge finally. And smiles in Gary Goodridge, and he's got his arm, he must have put his arm in a sling by the looks of it, because he looks in pain, that boy. So, now, who do we have here?
Again, it's the battle of the Goodridges.
We've got the
younger brother of Gary, Sion's younger brother of Gavin.
The announcer, James Turner, and the director of this tournament has now pointed out to the audience that we have a Goodridge connection going here in cousins again, in Terry Goodridge and Sion Lewis. So this is the 151 to 175 amateur event here. And we'll see what happens here. They're all smiles, but I wonder if they're going to be smiling when the announcer, or I should say the referee, says, go. I just got a jab from somebody here behind me. Gary Goodridge is smiling again, so I think he's okay for the finals. He's looking on to see his brother and his cousin go into this amateur 151 to 175 pound division. And it's been quite a day. It's been unbelievable. We've had some upsets. We've got an actual international event here going on. We got some big cash prizes. It's been a great day overall. We're getting right down to the nitty-gritty. Sion Lewis and Terry Goodridge now, the Goodridge connection, as we have called it in a little earlier on. They're not smiling because I think there's some the awards, the hardware is very, very nice here, the trophies and all. And again, a build-up to the Canadian Championships held in the C&E grounds October 7th this year. And we'll probably have something on the screen for you a little later on of how to contact whoever. It would be me, as a matter of fact, Gene Taddy, in this Canadian Championship. And we got a slip out here with Lewis and Goodridge, and we've got a foul against Sion Lewis. Right-handed amateur 151 to 175 pound weight division. And a clean start. Goodridge is just about a half an inch away, and his elbow is just about out. We have a winner here in Terry Goodridge. Unfortunately, Sion Lewis let go at the wrong time.